Welcome to Awakening Your Wild Heart, a 10-ish minute weekly show that brings together healing relationship to food, embodiment practices, and spirituality to inspire and support you in coming home to yourself. I'm your host, Julia Hollenberg, an anti-diet dietitian, food and body therapist, yoga teacher, and woman on my own personal path to living in freedom, true power, and boundless love. Join me in this sacred space where we journey inward to awaken and nourish your wild heart. You are the one you've been looking for. Reclaim yourself, your power, your life. Hey friends, this is the very first episode of Awakening Your Wild Heart. I'm Julia, and you can call me Jules, and welcome to my living room. I'm really excited and also a little nervous to be birthing this offering into the world. This show is a weaving together of my professional experience working as a dietitian, food and body therapist, helping people to heal relationship to food and body. My experience as a yoga teacher, and also my personal life, being on a path of self-inquiry and self-growth, seeking to live a life that is free and deeply connected. And my hope is that as I weave together these strands, that it will provide something that feels really supportive and nourishing and inspiring for you on your journey to creating a juicy, meaningful, deep, and connected life. So, in my work with hundreds of women over the years in healing relationship to food and body, as well as my thousands of hours teaching yoga classes and my own experience as a woman in the world, right? All of these avenues have shown me how much in this world we have a crisis of disconnection. And this disconnection happens on every level, right? From the level of our individual selves, we have a crisis of being disconnected from our bodies, from our sense of knowing ourselves, having confidence in ourselves. It's so common to be cut off and really live so much spinning around in our brain, overthinking, overanalyzing, worrying what others think, worrying what we should do. So we're cut off from the experience of the body. Right? So that's the level of the individual. We also have disconnection in our communities, right? Leading to a very fragmented society. We have a crisis of disconnection to our earth and disconnection from spirit. And when we exist in this place of disconnection, destruction follows. Pain, feeling of isolation. And so this show is one attempt to get reconnected at the level of the individual, right? So we'll be speaking about you and your relationship to yourself and your body, and healing that, right? Getting reconnected in that way. So if I could say in one word what this show is about, it is about embodiment. Learning to live in this body. It's really hard to have a body in this world. With all the cultural conditioning about what a woman's body should look like, with the elements of weight stigma and thin privilege in the world, and with the fact that these bodies can feel really uncomfortable, a lot of uncomfortable sensations, we get pain, we get illness, we get older. Right? So there's not to mention all the emotions that run through and can create a lot of discomfort. In the way that our body holds trauma, it can be so challenging to connect and live in this body. And yet, every experience of joy, every experience of love, every experience of pleasure is felt through this body. So again, in one word, this show is about walking the path back home to ourselves, to a place where we can experience the fullness of what it's like to have a body. It is from that connection with ourselves, with sensation, with the wisdom of our bodies, with our sense of knowing. It is from that place that we can experience really the juice in life. It is from that place that we rediscover our wild heart. Now, the rediscovery of your wild heart, the process of becoming re-embodied, means that we start to embrace everything. The shadowy bits, the stuff that is uncomfortable and we try to close in the closet and pretend that isn't there, disconnect from it. And the juicy, lovely, warm bits. We embrace it all. We allow it all to start to come into the fullness of who you are. So, what is this thing of your wild heart? So my hope is that as you travel on your own journey and as you listen to this show, my hope is that you will develop your own sense of what your wild heart is, okay? To shape it, to get to know it for yourself. I want to offer some thoughts based on my own experience about what this thing is of a wild heart. So, your wild heart is your inner compass. It's your deep, intuitive sense of knowing, the one that guides you in your life. Your wild heart is the playful one, the curious one. Your wild heart is the spark of the idea, this fierce creative force within you. Your wild heart is the unbroken one, and the one that doesn't even have a reference point for the words should and shouldn't. And your wild heart is the one that opens to giving and receiving deep, boundless love. So, welcome to the journey. My sense is that if you are here, if you are listening, there is something that has tapped you on the shoulder to bring you here. There's some curiosity, there's some sense that there's something more to your life and to your existence that you are craving, right? So who is this show for? It is for you who has that yearning and that curiosity for something more in life. And I want to let you know that that something more is not out there. It's in here. So this is the journey inward. This is the journey in and down to the depths of who you are. This show is for you if you've been feeling a sense of being unsettled or maybe a sense of angst in your life. This is also for you if you are feeling disconnected or if you're feeling a sense of stuckness or stagnation and really craving more vibrancy in your life. This is for you if you're desiring to feel a greater presence in your life, greater connection to yourself and others. And this is for you if you're struggling with relationship to food and body, right? And maybe you're already on a journey of starting to look at those elements. Maybe you've started a journey of healing from an eating disorder or reclaiming your intuitive eater. This is a food and body, right? Looking through the lens of healing relationship to food and body can be a potent portal for opening into the deeper journey of connecting with the wisdom of your body, connecting with the power of who you are, and connecting to the greater flow of life. So I'm really glad that you're here. We'll have 10-ish minute episodes every week, and I hope that you'll join me. Please subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss the launch of any episodes. And you can also subscribe to my newsletter to get notified of new content. The link is in the show notes, but you can also go to my website, which is www.juliahollenberg.com, and click the subscribe button in the footer. I can't wait to see you again next week. Bye.